Heeft je nog geconcede, joh? Looks like the Tangdil. Looks like. Gonna have to help me out here, stream. I was like having a quick chat about the next match. It looks like Thomas is going to be playing along with the next one. So we had a win on Tangdil, I see. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been a final match. So I missed out on that. Sorry about that. Going to be updating the score and going into the final match then. So it looks like Tangdil put up a fight in the end anyway. So the question remains, can this paladin deck beat this Mill Rogue? Because even though he started with a 2-0 lead, T-Quell, he might still lose the match in the best of 5 in the end against Tangdil. That would be a pretty nice comeback for Tangdil. Let's see if he's going to manage that. So far has been very, very, very unlucky with the Rogue. Hasn't really gotten any of his mill cards. So let's see if he gets a little more lucky this time. He has Bran out already, and he finally got the Cold Light Oracle for the first time in his hand. Knowing he's facing against the Mill Rogue, definitely not going to be letting a Bran Bronzebeard live. He had like most of his weapons in his hand. True Silver coming out right away and dealing with the Bronzebeard. So we're sadly not going to see 4 cards being drawn by Cold Light Oracle, but the game continues and let's see how we proceed. Regarding the way earlier Puny was commenting on the casting, feel free to leave your feedback. They are actually appreciated. I'm trying to improve the stream as well to make it more fun and more followable, so you guys can enjoy it more and also follow the matches a little closer and better. So if you have any suggestions for the stream, like for example knowing the cards better as Puny suggested, or other things, then feel free to let me know. I will surely make sure that everything will be sorted and that we'll have the stream improving as we go. Alright. Tangdil can't really do much. Playing it slow decides not to do too much here. Maiden coming out. And Hero Power. That might actually backfire eventually if the Hero Power is used too many times. Because when the Vanish comes out, we can get multiple Silverhand recruits flying back to his hand. I'm not sure if he wants that. That could lead into some trouble. For the time being, with 6 cards in his hand, even if a Vanish would come out, he does not need to worry. But there's the Cold Light Oracle. Will this change things? We do have a Shadow Step as well, so finally we're going to see some milling coming maybe from Tangdil. 2, 4, 6, 8.
Yo, hij heeft zieke combo. Kijk, hij heeft meedoen op de flame, kan hij die...
Oh wow!
Zo meteen.
I'm not sure if T-Quell wants to touch the Hero Power, creating multiple Silverhand recruits, and he's already seen the Vanish in Tangdil's deck at least. He should be expecting like or account for a Vanish in the hand, and that might cause a lot of trouble, especially with plenty of cards in his hand, and he seems to not be able to play too many. Still has like Solemn's Vigil there as well, which is card draw. I'm not sure if you want to do that. So right now probably just trying to get rid of cards. But Tangdil definitely applying the pressure now, finally getting some cards rolling into the enemy's hand. Alright, Hero Power is going to be played. I'm not sure. If Tangdil manages to top deck like a Vanish over here, that would be pretty devastating. I mean, 2, 4, 6, 8.
2 mana, 4 ene, ziek dek dit hoor. Deze man vliegt nu al de wereld.
Yeah, and then Vanish happens.
Ja, dan heb je gewoon...
Alright, no Vanish, but there we have the Dark Iron Skulker. He did mention his Dark Iron Skulker simply because there were some of the cards not being able to play in there anymore because of the wild and standard mode changes. So some replacements had to be made. And in his version, he had this Dark Iron Skulker, and I believe a Doomsayer placed into the deck. At least that's what he mentioned. I'm not sure if the Doomsayer is in this deck. But there's the Dark Iron Skulker. Definitely applying the pressure over here. So let's have a look. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 cards in hand. The pressure is definitely on. Alright, board being cleared. Dark Iron Skulker being weaponed down. 5/1/1s on the board. Probably looking for fan or... Alright, milling coming in again. Do we have a Shadow Step in hand? Does not seem to have Shadow Step, but we do have Cold Light. Alright, cards being burned, there we go, milling, some milling happening. Ned the Darkfisher, hello! Alright, we do have a Consecration in Teakwell's hand, so he does have some responses. Definitely want to get rid of those Cold Light Oracles, just so that they can be Shadow Stepped. But there is still one more copy in the deck, so that's going to be some more cards coming. He's definitely going to be looking for as many cards he can dump out there. Definitely not going to be playing Solemn Vigil, I hope. Can't dump too much, does manage to play the Hero Power. There's still a Vanish in play, there is still at least one Cold Light Oracle in play. And there's the Vanish that we've been talking about. 2, 4, 6, 8. And it's going to be 1/1s. Prep. Cold Light Oracle into Vanish to destroy the whole build. This is kind of unfortunate. That's kind of a misplay. With the Vanish, he could have sent the 1/1s into the hand and destroyed these cards. Instead, he drew the cards, gave them, and then plays the board play. He could have destroyed the whole board pretty much for free after playing, after doing Vanish and then Cold Light. Anyway, the second Consecration being burned away. We do still have a weapon, and with the Keeper of Alderman, he's going to be able to like at least prevent cards not being played. There's the Doomsayer, by the way, that I was talking about. He did have a Doomsayer in the deck. He did mention the strategy where he gets a board clear off with a Vanish, and then plays the Doomsayer on top of that, so that even though he, you want to drop all your cards on the field to not get milled, you end up still not being able to play too much. Most of the minions can't attack. He did have a combo this time here to at least deal with the Doomsayer, but I mean, if you do not have something to kill the Doomsayer right away, you are going to be in trouble. Anyway, more Cold Light Oracles coming out. The Shadow Step is in there, and there's going to be some Cold Lights being dropped, so very likely that the Cold Lights are going to be drawn out of the deck, which means that he can continuously keep burning cards on Teakwell's side. Let's see how many cards do we have left. 4 cards left. So there's the final 2 cards coming out. Minion being killed. Cold Light Oracle being dropped again. There we go. Deck is burned. So we're in fatigue. So let's see if we can finally get to a stage where we can actually mill. He still has a Cold Light Oracle in the deck. So is he going to snipe the win from Teakwell now? That's pretty interesting. That's a comeback from 2-0 against Teakwell when we thought that Tungdil is not going to make it anymore. Comes with these weird decks. I would say fun decks, to be honest. And still manages to snipe 3 wins in and make it to the next round, as it seems almost. I mean, it might just happen. So let's see. So let's have a look. Oracle or not. Vanish. That is really unfortunate. That's his whole board clear. This is so painful for Teakwell. This must be so frustrating. So half the board gets destroyed, half the board gets returned, and there is some fatigue damage coming out now. There we go. He loses a Cold Light Oracle in the process himself, but that doesn't matter. The fatigue damage is stacking up. We still do have Tyrion, but still, that does not mean that he is going to be safe. He still has 2 card draws needed, or 2 turns to be deleted. If we can make him draw 1 more card, it's going to be game over, and he does have Cold Light Oracle, so this is going to be game for Tungdil, that's really, really weird, but he came back from a 0-2 to a 3-2 and managed to win with these weird decks. So that just means that we're gonna see this deck again later on, hopefully. And it's definitely fun to see that one of these, well, not so popular decks are also making way in the tournament. Even though it required a lot of luck there, the first 2 rounds really turned out bad for Tungdil, where he just did not have those cold lights, didn't pull us combos off, and did not manage to do any milling. But in the end, managed to snipe the win. 3-2 for Tungdil. Lol Grex, rank 25 plays. Yeetje, buy stream. Lol, pro win plays. Well, I'm not sure if that's rank 25 plays. I think it's really fun to see some of the weird decks being played. That was a pretty interesting match. Milrogue taking the win from a 0-2